welcome back to my channel. So today's video we are going to be doing an unboxing, review, and first impressions of the KKW X Mario palette, which I have it right here. We are going to be going through everything, first impressions, how it performs. I'm gonna sneak in some dupes as well, and everything in between when it comes to this palette. If you're on the fence and you're not quite sure if to get it or not, we're going to be going through all of that. So yeah, if you're curious to know my thoughts and opinions on the KKW X Mario palette, then please keep on watching. Alright guys, so first things first, one thing that I do want to get out of the way is that I feel freaking beautiful with this palette, with this look that I came up with, and I just wanted to get that right out of the way because it's a rare occurrence for me to say that, and it's just the way that everything came together, the look, my hair and everything. I just feel freaking beautiful, and I've never done a look like this with the blue and everything else, so I just wanted to start out with that. And with that said, let's just jump into the review. Alright, so I purchased this palette right when it came out. I purchased it on April 5th. I know I'm late to the game, and when it comes to reviews, I know everyone and their mother has already reviewed this palette, but I still wanted to get it out there because I know there's people out there who are still looking at reviews and are still on the fence about getting it. So I just wanted to get it out there. It doesn't hurt, and I really wanted to share my opinion. So I purchased this palette on April 5th. Right at noon, couple minutes after noon, when they made it live on their website, and it was live almost an hour after it launched, before it was sold out. So they did give us a lot of time, and it's restocked a couple of times ever since. So we did have a lot of opportunities to buy this palette. Right now it is sold out, so if you want to get it, I'm sure they're going to restock it pretty soon. So it's just a matter of waiting and keeping in touch with them, and you can also sign in for updates when it comes to this palette. Okay, so this palette comes with 10 shades, which are these ones right here. It's priced at $45 plus $8.95 shipping, which is what I paid, and I live in Arizona. So shipping, it is up there. I did think that it was a little bit up there. I purchased it again on April 5th. Right after I purchased and placed my order, I received a confirmation, which I thought it was great. And then I did not receive a notification of delivery until April 11th. So it did take about a week for me to receive it, to actually get it, which is a really long time, because $8.95 in my experience in running my Etsy shop, $8.95 would be a price to pay for priority shipping. So that would mean 2-day delivery. So shipping price, it is a little bit up there. The total price that I paid for this palette was $53.95, which again, I honestly was expecting that price, seeing that it's a product by Kim Kardashian and Mario's putting his name behind it as well. So that was my estimate when it came to me and how much I was planning to spend on it, that I pretty much estimated that price. Once again, here is the palette right here. I hope you can see the letters on there. The letters are glossy, and the package itself, it's a matte feel. It's a matte black. It's very thin. It feels very nice. The sticker on the back did come a little bit crooked, and I'm gonna insert a little bit of the unboxing, inserts of the unboxing right here, but the letters are glossy, very monotone with the gray. It feels very nice, very sleek, and when you open it up, it does come with a very nice mirror right here, and again the 10 shades right here. And just to give you a comparison and a reference when it comes to this palette, it is the same size, the exact same size as the Modern Renaissance palette. That it's around the same size, only a little bit thinner, as you can see. To give you a good idea of the texture in the palette, it is the same, if not very close to the texture of the Jaclyn Hill palette where it's this like very smooth texture right here. I believe it's cardboard, so it is the same texture as this one. And I know a lot of people, when it comes to this kind of packaging, their main concern was that it got dirty very easily. And yes, this one does get dirty very easily, but what I found with this kind of packaging is just taking a makeup wipe and just scrubbing it. It does remove all makeup and it makes it look brand new again. Now, the reason that I was drawn to this palette was because of this video right here that was published on Instagram, and I could just see the creaminess and the smoothness of the shadows. Those shimmers they won my heart from the moment that I saw that video, and I was like, I need to get that palette. So I was drawn to that, not so much because of the fact that I don't own a palette like this one, because I do. I do have the Jaclyn Hill palette, and I do have other palettes that have the same neutrals as this one, but it was just something about this video and the way that it swatched that I was drawn to. And I have to say that now using it for this look, I was not disappointed, and it was worth the price, to be honest. Now I'm gonna walk you through the look that I have on right now, and I did a similar look to what Tati did. I'm gonna link her video down below, and I was inspired by that look, so I'm gonna link it down below, and I'm gonna show you a little bit of what I did. So pretty much what I did with this palette was I started out with the matte white. I used this shade right here all over my lid just to get a clean canvas, and then after that I went in with this shade right here, this light brownie shade, just as a transition shade all over my crease. I smoothed it out and it was super easy to blend, very creamy, very nice to use. Now after that I used this shade right here, which is kind of like a brick red shade. I used it to deepen my crease a little bit, and I used it a little bit on my outer third corner right here. I used that to deepen that, and just the slightest bit I did run it under my eye as well. Now that I was done with my crease, my transition, and all of that, it was time for me to go over my lid. And I know Tati used she did a matte look with this one, but I really wanted to do a shimmer, so I went in with this one right here, and I just went in over my lid. I used my fingers because that's common practice with me. I never used brushes to do shadows over my lid. I always use my fingers. It's faster. I think I get better pigmentation out of it, and I just used my fingers. And I used this one right here, and it was beautiful, super easy to use. You just plop it on and it goes smoothly, perfect. It's powerful and it's super beautiful. Oh, and I did forgot to mention that I used this one right here to further deepen out that outer V, and again it was super easy to use. And I think that I noticed is that all you have to do is just dab into the shadow and place it on your outer third, and you'll be done. You don't have to swirl your brush in there, and even if you swirl your brushes in there, you're not gonna get a lot of kickback on them. And the only reason I'm saying that is because with the Anastasia shadows like this one and the soft Glam palette, you also just need to dab, because if you swirl you'll get a lot of fallout. But with this one, all you have to do to get that powerful pigment is to just dab your brush in there and put it on your lid. And even if you were to like swirl your brush in there, you wouldn't get a lot of kickback, but you don't need to, because it's such a powerful pigmented shade. So once I deepened my outer V's with this one right here, I just went in with these two, this one right here and this one right here, just to marry those two colors, just to marry this one with the outer V, to marry these two colors right here. And I just went in with those again with my second finger, with my middle finger, married those. Super easy. And as far as the brightness right there, I know you can see that. I can't wait to get a better camera and to stop using my phone to record, just so that you can see the details that I'm talking about when it comes to shadows and all things like that. I can't wait to get a better camera and just to show you what I'm really like talking about. But anyways, I'm using this shade right here for my inner corners and for my brow bone, and I mean, you can see you can see the impact. You can see how bright my inner corners are. It's a beautiful shade. And now the best and most fun part about this whole look is of course my under eye. I used this one right here under my eyes. As you can see, it's a super bright blue. It's honestly the blue that I've always wanted in a shadow, something that I did my foundation first. I was living the dangerous life right there. So I did my foundation first, then I went in with this one on my under eye right there, and it had no fallout at all. I didn't need to wet my brush. I didn't use any Fix Plus with any of the shades that I have on right now, and it was still very beautiful. So I used this one right here, and as you can see through the inserts, I was having a lot of fun with it. I kept wanting to add more and more, and I was gonna go through the entire thing, but I decided not, just the inner portions right there. And that's why I was saying that I kind of regretted not using this one all over my lid, because it was absolutely beautiful. You don't need to build it up as much, and it only required a little bit of time to work it in through your eyes, and it's perfect. And then for the outer portion of my under eye right here, I used the purple one, and again, it's same story. No need for Fix Plus, no need to wet your brush, and it was still a very beautiful pigment. These colors are super easy to blend. They're very suitable for beginners. You don't need to struggle so much when it comes to blending. These are very nice, worth the price, worth it, worth just to go for it if you're on the fence about trying it out and you're a beginner. You can tell this palette was made, there was a professional makeup artist behind this palette. It's beautiful. And I know a lot of people were saying that you can only do so many looks with it, that there is a very limited amount of looks you can do with it, which is fine for me. I can honestly use it. I know I'll use it and abuse it for everyday looks, for work, for just everyday use. It's very easy to use. And then if I want to go for like a sultry nightshade, I can go into these, and this is the perfect blue look. If I want a blue in my eyeshadow, I'm gonna run to this one. Now let's talk about dupes. So a lot of people were saying also that the Jaclyn Hill palette was a dupe for this one, and I can see the resemblance there, and we're gonna go through the shades right now. Here is the Jaclyn Hill palette, and it's the only palette that I can compare it to because it's what I own. So here is the KKW palette, and here is the Jaclyn Hill palette. And let's start off with the matte shade. The matte shade you cannot find in the Jaclyn Hill palette. She doesn't have any mattes. I did what everyone does and try to use this one or this one right here as a matte all over shade. You can't do that. These are super shimmery, they're super pigmented, and they're shimmers, so that's not an option. So you can't get the white matte shadow from this one, but it's a very common shade in any palette. So now the sparkling white shade, you can say that it is very similar to these two. That one, yes. As far as this one right here and this one right there, so these two, I can see how you can find this one right here, your transition shade, and these and these and this kind of a section right here. Yes, you can find a dupe for that there. This one right here, yes, you can find a dupe, and these ones right here. The purple one you can't find in the Jaclyn Hill palette. You do have this. This one's kind of like a purpley one, but it's so deep. And no, there's not a dupe for that one here. The blue one, this one's more neon, and then this one is more pure cobalt blue. Now for this one, I actually bought the Jaclyn Hill palette because of this blue, because I thought that's a kind of like a blue shadow that I've always been waiting for, and that I can use for a pop of color. But it wasn't the case, to be honest. This blue shadow, yes, it comes out very beautiful, but you do have to build it up so much. You do need Fix Plus. There is fallout when you try and build it up, and it's just hard to get it to this level of pigment that you have with the KKW palette. Now as far as this dark brown shade right there, yes, you can dupe it out with this one right here. And as far as the other copper shade, this one right here, yep, it's this one right here, pretty much. That one. So yeah, I mean, both palettes are beautiful in their own way. When it comes to the Jaclyn Hill palette, I'm just too lazy to want to use these two because you do have to build them up so much, but they are super beautiful. This one right here is absolutely stunning. It's a beautiful, beautiful glittery shade. All of these mattes are super easy to blend. They're a breeze. These ones are super pigmented. I love this palette so much. And yes, it can be a dupe on the majority of these shades with these browns, with these two browns, with these, not this one, with these. But the difference with the KKW palette, it just comes down to application, pigmentation, and just overall creaminess of the shadows. It's very easy to blend, and yeah, this shade is unique. I mean, for me, it was worth it just because of this shade, this shade. This white right here is gonna be like my go-to for all over the lid, and it's just a very beautiful palette. For me, it was $53 was worth it. I know KKW is a controversial brand company, and Kim Kardashian herself is a controversial person, but regardless of how you feel about her, she's got a killer palette right here. So she's got a killer product. It's a beautiful palette. I love it so much. You can tell the professionals behind it. You can tell Mario's vision and experience is behind this palette. So I do recommend it. I absolutely love it. Now, I did forget to go over the names of these shades, and I'm gonna use this while we're here. I'm gonna show you the swatches that I did. So we're gonna go over the names right now. The first one right here, that's called 2008. Then we have Glam, we have Miami, Armenian right here, and then Loyalty. Then we go to the bottom and we have Decade, Albanian, Vegas, the also popular Libra, and Bronzy. And when I did the swatches in person, they came out as beautiful as the ones that I saw online. So I was very happy with that, very satisfied with my product, and I do recommend it, again, if you are on the fence about buying it. And that is it, you guys. I think that was everything that I wanted to touch on this video and this review. We went over the packaging, we went over the price, we went over the shipping time, the dupes, everything else, swatches, unboxing. So you know, I hope you can get a pretty good idea when it comes to this palette, everything that you're getting, the price that you'll be looking at, and all of those things. I feel beautiful. I'm gonna go out because it's Cinco de Mayo and I feel bomb. I told my husband, I'm like, we're going out. So yeah, thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for watching, for subscribing to this channel. I'm so excited about hitting 400 subscribers. I know it's not a lot, but I've been having so much fun with my videos lately. I'm glad that I've been able to incorporate a little bit of makeup in what started as an art channel. I want to keep doing both. I will be doing more paintings, more art tutorials, more instructional videos, all things like that. It is a little bit hard because I am working full-time, so I'm recording on the weekends as much as I can, sometimes 3 to 4 videos at a time, and just editing away during the week after work. So it is a little bit hard to get as much of the content that I wish on this channel, but we're going through it. I'm still pumping out videos and I'm so proud of that, and I hope you're liking them. If you are, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Share this video with your friends, family, anyone that loves beauty, that loves palettes, and people who are interested in this palette. What did you think? What did you think about this review? What did you think about my look? What were your thoughts on the palette? Are you getting it? All of that, leave it down there in the comments down below. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for watching, for your time. Hope you're having a wonderful day, and I will see you all on my next video. Bye guys.